Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest X. COVID symptoms are slowly but surely going away. Unfortunately, I have one very annoying symptom for you guys, and I have no way of like editing this, I guess, in a simple, manner that doesn't drive me bonkers. And that's basically I cough a hell of a lot. So I'm just saying. I just woke up and there was a sale on SSDs and picked up a 1 terabyte SSD for my PlayStation 5. I think it was a Western Digital, I think. And yeah. Totally painless. The hardest part is figuring out how to take off the sides. I wish I knew which ones were which. I really don't remember. And then the waving. So funny. Okay, so let's see where we left off. Let's see. Okay, we have to hand it in. I always do that. Back to the Yellow Village of Doom. I think we're just gonna hand this in to the lady there. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Still got my little friend with me. I don't want him to go. Go down here. Oh.
Hi.
So it's so weird to hear it speaking. Like, it's so weird. So anyways, yeah, I added an SSD to my PS5. It was glorious. Just was a little challenging to figure out like those side panels there. I was like some videos are like, oh, like you hold here and you lift up. You don't actually lift up anything. It's one of these things where they like sort of slide off. You lift like ever so slightly and then just slide it down and that's it. It's super simple, and the installation process is a joke. And once you've installed the SSD with the heatsink, that's it. Like, you're done, and you put it back on. I didn't put the panel. There's like a steel panel. I was like, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna cover my SSD. I'm gonna leave that off to increase the airflow, because those things get hot. And yeah, anyway, so that's it. So now I have a 2 terabyte PS5. Very happy about that. I'm one of the very lucky folks that got a launch model. I actually got a launch model for that and a Series X, which was shocking, to be honest. Like, really shocking. And slowly trying to, balance work with some gaming. And going through Ghost of Tsushima. And I gotta tell you guys, like, yo, unbelievable. Like, totally amazing game. It's really like Jesus. It's something. What's that? Oh no. We should get some DQ related stuff this year. What with the Dragon Quest III remake in the vein of Octopath Traveler. I'm really very much looking forward to that. Hoping that's awesome. Like all kinds of awesome. All right. But I just don't know anymore with like DQ. Like I'm kind of like at a loss because what do we do now with regards to like, do I import this stuff? Do I like, I don't know what to do anymore. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. Because I don't know if I need to. Where the hell was that? Oh, it's the thing. Okay, okay, okay. That's glorious. See? Coughing. Awesome. Totally awesome. So we take this first. And then we go over here. Yeah, work is work is really something, guys. Like work is like woo, some next level stuff. I do about 14-hour days now, something like that. 16-hour days. It's just like woo, crazy. It's all sorts of insanity. I'm doing 3 full-time jobs at the moment. He is sighing. You know what's crazy? You see part of the Japanese culture here, you know, with Dragon Quest, and then I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and it's like a whole other, you know, like it's based on feudal Japan, so it's based on like more realistic, oh boy, you know, history of Japan and samurai and all that. And it's just funny, the contrast, you know, to contrast both of these. It's just like, what the heck? Talk about a difference. I didn't select a difficulty here. This isn't a boss, is it? So hard to tell now because we've got all these you know, we're in a monster world essentially. How you doing? Oh? Guess who's here?
こいつを泳がせておいてよかったぜ。大した元でもかからず、アジトも星も一気に釣れたな。
So I was telling you guys, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with Dragon Quest anymore. Like, how are we gonna go and like how are we doing this, you know? Because let's be honest, it's, I guess it is a buzz. It was a boss. Like, I don't know anymore if stuff is gonna be like Japanese exclusive, if it's like, I don't know. Anyway, it's gonna be cool to see. Anything here? Where? Let's just go right there. Nice. The only problem with that is it's risk-reward thing, right? I don't know who we're even attacking. See? And that's the thing. Want to do this guy? Let's do this guy. This guy. Ooh. Oh, that was actually kind of cool, yo. I don't die, you know, I don't mind buffing myself with tension, y'all. Like, that was good, dude. Not as good as that, but yeah. Let's just pile drive this guy. That's interesting. Yeah, it's budget creation time over at work there, so I've been working very long hours finishing that up. And, well, it's just not easy, right? Like, I got that, I got a bunch of HR issues I gotta deal with, I've got recruitment, I've got, like, it'd be crazy! And of course, this is all during COVID life, y'all. Mother lover, this is nuts. Very much looking forward to Horizon, whatever it's called. Nice. Let's get my Hadouken now. I forgot what the new one is. Sony released like a trailer after the Activision news broke. We haven't spoken about that too. That was some pretty hardcore stuff, man. That was really hardcore. Microsoft buying Activision. That was crazy. Like, that was straight up nuts. And so that happened. That happened this week, and you look and you're just like, holy what? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't think anyone realizes, like, what Microsoft is trying to, well, it's not, people realize, but it's like, this really isn't about Xbox, Sony, and everything like that. This is really about, like, changing the whole, like, platform here, if you know what I mean. Like, basically, Microsoft is now the dominant technology company that that has to do with gaming, right? Like think of the impact of this. They have like 30, I forget what it was, like 34, 36 internal game studios now. Like this is huge, and with their subscription platform, of Game Pass, you're kind of like, dude, you know, like they can change the whole industry with what they just did. And that's the part that I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Like, totally curious to see how this plays out. Because yes, there'll always be physical media, I think. I think it'll be much more niche, but like, I mean, really, think about this. This is like, we could get to a point where every week there is something new, something interesting to play on Game Pass, and the fact that it's cross-platform, so you can go from your phone to your television, in essence, to your computer. I think that's what this is all about. If you know what I mean, like this is what they want. It's not just a question of like, oh well, you know, we're gonna beat Sony, or we're gonna beat Nintendo, or whatever. This is about the future of video games as, like, you know, as a medium. And Microsoft is making it abundantly clear where they want to go. You know what I mean? Like, they're making it abundantly clear that they want to be the dominant player in this industry, and by securing Activision Blizzard, I mean, my God, think of this. Like, this is nuts. Like, the impact that this could have. And I think we're going to have to wait a few years, right? Like, to really see the impact. But make no mistake about this. This is not about console wars. This is about the future of the industry as a whole. And personally, I'm not a huge fan at all of these, organizations, these massive organizations basically taking over and gobbling up everything. I don't like this because it's, we're getting into this stage where everything is going to be homogenized, right? Like, it's all going to be the same stuff. And I'm really not a fan of that. But anyways, I think it's going to be really interesting to see. You got all these people, right, that are like, oh, well, Sony's got to go and buy, like, Sega, and got to go buy Square Enix, and this and that and everything else. And it's like, guys, you cannot possibly compare Sony to Microsoft. Like, you just, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just can't. So I find it utterly ridiculous that that people even try to do that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, Now, before we go, and why am I saying that is because you're talking about a vastly different market cap. So, like, Microsoft plays with Google, Amazon, Apple. Sony does not, like, not even close. And so, this is why I'm saying what I'm saying here. It's like, come on, guys, like, we gotta be realistic. Is it where? And yeah, man, like, I'm not gonna lie, I love my PlayStation franchises and stuff like that. Like, I adore them. I genuinely adore them. But you just can't, you cannot compare these things. So, like, I mean, if you wanted an appropriate sort of, like, move to compare something like this, right? It would be if Apple bought Sony. You know what I mean? Like, something like that. Like, that, I could see something like that if Apple wanted to get into gaming and wanted to, like, really, like, do something crazy. That is what, like, the level that we're kind of talking about here, Like, where it's like a seismic shift, like this massive shift. But yeah, I don't know. I just get the feeling that people just are focusing way too much on like consoles and like things like that, and it's like, no, guys, like that's not what we're like. This isn't what we're talking about here, you know? Like, we're talking about seismic shift. We're talking about massive stuff. I mean, physical media is probably going to now change drastically, where you'll have companies like limited run games will probably become way bigger, and more companies will essentially use services like that to get their games made. But for the most part, stuff's just going to be digital now, because with the catalog that Microsoft will have, it is nothing short of incredible, you know? And yeah, I'm not a huge fan of all these games myself, you know? It's like if they went and they bought Ubisoft, like, whatever, okay, or Electronic Arts, I'd be like, all right, you know, like, but I'm not oblivious to the fact of just how massive this is, you know? Now, when they bought Bethesda, that impacted me, because, like, I'm a big fan of Doom, I'm a big fan, well, ID Software in general. I like the Fallout series, I like the Elder Scrolls series. I'm curious to check out, I forget what it's called, Star something or other there. So, you know, like there's something here. That's all I can say. It's going to be really, really interesting to see. And I am very, very, very curious to see, what do you do if you are Sony? You know what I mean? Nintendo's been marching to the sound of their own, you know, drum or beat or whatever the hell it is, for a very long time now, right? So, like, for them, I don't see this as, like, I don't honestly think they'll care, because to them, they're gonna be like, oh, just put Game Pass on our system, and that's it, right? Like, to them, they don't care, because they've been a first-party company, let's be serious, since the N64, for God's sakes. Like, it doesn't matter to them. And they have a massive following, and their games are, like, some of the highest-selling games ever. Like, they don't really care. Like, they can still do their own thing, make their own hardware, do, like, whatever, and they'll be totally fine. Like, that's it. But Sony is a different beast, because Sony is, well, for a while anyway, was trying to be the de facto entertainment hardware software solution in the living room. That was their goal. They have been behind the sort of like the trends with computers, for example. Like, only now are they starting to dabble and get their titles on PC. That's ridiculous. Like, that should have been a priority for a while now. You know, their mobile integration and stuff, they dabbled with, like, the Vita and stuff like that. But it's things like this that I'm talking about. Like, gaming as a whole, the box you have is going to become irrelevant so soon with the technologies that we have, that, like, that's not the battle you want to fight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, like, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, are we doing this for the long haul? Are we trying to, like, win the living room, or do we want to like win all entertainment? And it's that fundamental question that I think is it's becoming more and more clear as the years pass, of like what Microsoft is doing. You'll notice that I keep saying Microsoft, not Xbox, because I honestly think that's not their future. You know what I'm saying? Like, their future is not like, okay, well, the box that connects to your TV. Why? Why would you do that? Phil Spencer's been talking for years about the fact that the current model is limiting. And it is. When you can watch a television program or like, whatever, just let's say a show. When I can watch a show on any device, by default, like when you go and buy a TV today, Netflix is available. Like on any television today, you know? Like, it's ridiculous. You don't even have to spend like thousands and thousands of dollars. It's just like, buy a TV today and you're pretty much guaranteed Netflix is going to be on there. There's going to be an app for Netflix, right? Now imagine a world where that's possible, but with gaming, where any device by default you just buy a computer monitor or whatever, and there's a Game Pass application right there. I know we're not there yet. I understand we're not there yet, but we will be, and that's what Microsoft is preparing for. They're preparing for the future battle that it just looks, at least to me, it still looks like Sony doesn't get that they're still focusing on their strategy. If you don't know, is really to focus on these huge giant first party titles that are like your Avengers Endgame, right? Cost hundreds of millions of dollars, and you know, but they're incredible. Okay, like I don't want to knock Sony at all. I actually play, if I had to say like where I split my time, well, I don't know, actually, that's probably a lie. Like, Microsoft, they tend to be like more Game Pass related games for me. I don't buy anything on Microsoft services. I don't buy anything. I subscribe to Game Pass, and whatever's on Game Pass, that's it. Because, especially now, with them having so many titles that will be on Game Pass, it's illogical, right? Like, I'm not gonna pay $80 for a game for them. Like, that's crazy. And they're changing my perspective of what I will spend money on. Now, Sony's first party studios, I'm still willing to spend money on, primarily because they are these, like, you know, unbelievably giant experiences and stuff like that. Okay, I just want to tell Cran we gotta go outside. It is how do we do this? Let's just do it the old way, okay? Instead of like teleporting and stuff, let's just go. So yeah, like I was saying, Ghost of Tsushima, right? That was an $80 Canadian game, I think. I think games now are $79.99 instead of $69.99. So I won't lie, I was reluctant. I was like, yeah, you know, like, that's a lot of money, man. Like, yowzer. And with Sony, I'm still very much not convinced to go digital, okay? I'll be honest with you. I bought Ghost of Tsushima digitally because I'm trying, you know? But I still am so nervous with them because it's like they shut off their services and stuff, and then you can't get access to your games, and that, you know, and you're like, this is where, you know, something like a Game Pass service could be very, very, very interesting, because it would allow us to, in theory, keep these games for a very, very long time. Now, I know games get pulled from services and this and that all the time. But yeah, so anyways, I don't know. I just think, like, Sony's entire strategy now, just want to make sure we're even in the right place here. It's all the way at the, I don't really know where we're going here. Well, let's just see. I think everything's locked. Oops. Yeah, so anyways, I just don't know. I don't know if their strategy is like kind of valid anymore, you know what I mean? Like, because they used to take their time. They had tons of third parties that would release games like in between their own schedule, and then that would be it. You know what I mean? Like, but now I don't know. I don't know. I look at it and I'm like, is this really something? Where are our oh, in the back? Like, I don't know, because if if Microsoft's able to release something every single week on Game Pass and stuff like that, I just think that their entire business model all of a sudden like really changes for Sony, because you look and you're like, okay, what are you like? What are we doing here, guys? You know. So, anyways, I don't know. We'll see. I think that's the key thing is we'll see. I honestly don't know what the hell we're doing with this. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out. This is 5th, and we want to go to 6. Are you serious? I actually... Wow. So yeah, I just wonder, you know, like what does Sony do right now, you know? Like do you focus on, like, do you keep focusing on what you're focusing on, or do you... I know there's all these rumors saying that they're going to introduce, you know, like a Game Pass sort of competitor that would include, like, older games as well. Like, so games from the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, like, catalog, back catalog. And that's interesting, but... I don't see that being like exactly the same thing here as getting a brand new game every single week for the entire year, and then, you know, like at least 1 or 2 tentpole releases a month. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I really don't know. And it's so funny because, like, you know, I spoke with Ahmed about this, spoke a little bit with Steven about this. And just kind of saying, you know, imagine you're them and you wake up. Well, they would have known about this news like earlier, but let's just say, you know, like whenever the news broke to them, like what the hell do you do? Like you get on with the CEO. If you're, I forget his name now, the guy that's running like the PlayStation division, but like, what do? You get on with the CEO and you're like, okay, guys, like. What do we do? You know, like you're not a Nintendo. You're not. You don't have the same sort of thing. You know, it's not like Ghost of Tsushima as an example. It sold very well. Like I think it's like 8 million or something like that. But it's not 28 million like something like your Mario Karts. You know, so then okay, like you know what? I don't think there's anywhere else for us to go, right? I just want to see, like, are we... What are we doing now? Let's see. Oh wow, we're going back outside. That's weird, but alright. No. That's weird. Oh, we're... Yeah, we can teleport. What is this? So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm console. I never remember what the word is. Agnostic or whatever. Like, I play all consoles, right? Like, I don't care. Like, for me, it's like, whatever. Like, I have all the consoles and I play games. Because, like, I like my Halos, right? So, of course, I'm going to get an Xbox because I like my, you know, I like Halo. And then there's some games that are on the service that, you know, like on Game Pass that are wonderful. And I like playing with those and, you know, whatever, so on and so forth. Sony, I adore their first party lineup. And what's so interesting with them is like all of their first party stuff is like exceptional. And I know that, like I said, they've been trying to do like the Avengers Endgame, like, you know, this big, huge, massive thing for all of their releases. So like whatever Naughty Dog is working on now, I'm sure is, you know, is going to be this like incredible epic thing. And what the hell's going on here? No, we're looking for something. Okay. And then Nintendo. I mean, Nintendo has some of the best games ever, right? So for me, it's like I really don't like, you know, care if I could remove one box from my you know, my setup. I mean, that'd be wonderful. That'd be absolutely wonderful. But again, competition is key here, right? Like, I don't want, especially Microsoft, I don't want them having a monopoly over the entire gaming industry. I do not want that. Look at the Xbox One. You guys remember how draconian that was? You couldn't lend games. It had to be online constantly. All the... Like, yo, that shit is like highly like anti-consumer, and it's like, no, I got no interest, man. I got no interest in that. That is BS. So you know, now it's not to say that, you know, all of these companies are not. It's not. I hate when people are like, "Oh, these companies are evil," or "These companies are saintly," or whatever. These companies want money. I mean, that's their thing. They're willing to do whatever it takes to get you to spend more money. And like with Microsoft's case, like with the Xbox One, the whole point of that was to sell more Xbox Ones, more games, more, you know, like whatever. But you know, all the goodwill that they had garnered during the Xbox 360 generation, keeping in mind that the Xbox 360 itself was a hunk of garbage, like the first model there and the Red Ring of Death and all of that stuff, right? Like, people forget about that. It just goes to show, though, like, how awesome the Xbox 360 was. I mean, that controller is still, like, you know, like, awesome. And you look at that, and you're kind of like, you know, people still adored the Xbox 360 even throughout the whole Red Ring of Death debacle, and everything went out the window the day Don Matrick announced the Xbox One. Like, what a disaster! It was so epic. And Sony's been doing a good job. I mean, they've been doing a relatively good job anyway, I think would be the better word to say, with like, you know, getting people excited about the different games that they're working on and stuff like that. And I know that they're now talking about like VR2, the revenge of VR1. I never actually picked that up, because with my demonic cat, I don't want to get killed. I cannot wear a headset with my cat around. Like, he will literally kill me. And so, yeah. So I'm not really overly excited for that. To be honest, I'm not like, ooh, can't wait. And I still think that's relatively niche. Maybe I'm wrong, but I personally think it's relatively niche. So then you're like, okay, well... You know, so then now what? Like, I don't know, I just think it's going to be really, really interesting to see where things go from here. I have no idea where I'm going. Is it this? Where does this go? No, it's not this. Okay, well, I don't know where we're going. Yeah, this is the only problem when I talk too much. I'm getting all, like, confuzzled now. Yeah, I guess I could do that too. Love that sound. Wah! But where? Where, I say, where? Okay, now you can leave. Because I'm not sure. Yeah, anyway, I think it's going to be really interesting. I really, really think it's going to be interesting. I just don't want any of these companies to, like, go the way of the dodo, you know? Because it's like all these wonderful games that Sony is producing. I mean, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I don't want these things to disappear, you know? And with Sony, with Nintendo, same thing. Like, it's like, and I don't think so. Honestly, I really don't think anyone's gonna disappear. I just think that the model is gonna have to change. And I think hardware, people have got to start realizing that this is a cinematic. Am I gonna get slammed here? No, that's not. No, I think it'll be alright. Alright, never mind. Okay, I just got nervous. I thought this was like another intro or something. Whoa. Is she wearing a mask? That's funny. So funny. So he's the king of Metropolis. No, I just think, like I said, I think everybody's got to rethink their strategies after this move, because I don't understand why everyone is like, oh, Sony, you got to go buy like Square Enix, you know, and stuff like that. And it's like, okay, but that could leave them susceptible to getting bought out themselves. The only other like big move that I could see that like makes sense is what I said. If you want someone like your Apple or something like that, or Google or Amazon or whatever, if they want to get into gaming in a huge way, you buy out your Sony or whatever, and then you're talking, right? Because you've got all the, you know, you got all your auxiliary sort of companies that Sony has, right? So like the movies and this and that and everything else. But you know who could buy them out? And I was thinking of this and laughing. I was like, what if it's Disney? Because Disney would want to get the Marvel property like Spider-Man and that's it. That's the final one. I mean, they bought Fox, for God's sakes. So imagine that if they bought, and then Disney becomes one of the, you know, one of the huge players in the game industry. That'd be messed up, man. But I don't know. Honestly, I think everyone's going to wait for the dust to settle here and sort of see, like, okay, what do we do? With Sony, I think they have got to start more and more looking into the future, man. Like, they have got to realize that hardware is the past. The future is going to be in these applications. Like, get that damn PlayStation app on your PC, on your Xbox, on your phone, and have access to these wonderful games. And in time, you could start to see video games, start selling 100 million copies, like 100 million copies, stuff like that. What's going on here?
この王北を受け止める覚悟のある者だけ登ってくるがいい。
I prefer his other outfit.
さて、
He looks too
俺
regal
たちも行く
here.
としよう。
What's happening here? The little guy gonna pop up? I knew it.
なんでまあ門が開いてますじゃ毎度おおきに
Whoa. Yeah, anyway, I think it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
I genuinely do. I think this move to me really revealed everything I needed to know about where Microsoft wants to go. So they laid their cards out, you
ど
know?
うやら試練が待ち受けているようだぞ。
I do not have a particularly
お
strong
前の踊る様を
opinion
見
on the
物してている。
Microsoft Activision thing.
後で合流しようぜ。
Alright, let's go. I'm not going to repeat everything I just told you guys, 'cause that would be silly. Whoa, where does this go? It goes to a boss, obviously. Interesting, young Skywalker. sure what's. It's just, you see, I would just wonder because, like, by the time I do all this, I just don't know. What did you just say? Perfect timing, right? Alright, let's do this. I don't know, is it just me? I'm finding these battles like way easier than last week and the week before. Like, those were nuts, man. There's nothing. I guess we go back. I apologize for the coughing, guys. Really sorry about this. Oh, you know what? I got Cran's bloody gift. I haven't even done the unboxing. Good. I really suck. She got me a Christmas gift, and same with Steven, and I haven't even opened these damn things. I am the worst. Okay, cool. So I see what's happening here. So we'll have like a series, like 3 or 4 battles probably. Hello. Okay, so I just wait. Yeah, this new system sucks. I don't know why they did this with the leaves. Okay, well, screw you guys. I'm gonna help out. Screw you guys and get home. This is getting more and more difficult, too. They're not beating each other up. Not sure. Constantly dying. Okay, let's Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, we will be back next week with another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest X. Take care, everyone. All the best. See you next week.